Shabbat Shalom, Mishpacha. This is a directed message to just my students. I just gave a message earlier on the Sabbath, but unfortunately, or fortunately, there was a break. Part of the message was lost. As while I was recording, my kind of internet connection broke, and but I got captured Rabbi Kifa's lecture because he's recording at his end. So you got most of mine, but not all of it. Anyway, that will go out. But here is a lecture for you. Here is something for you. Tool and technique. This is a Torah technique, by the way, and this is how to be successful. And I want you to do this. You may have several affirmations, maybe hundreds, maybe in the 50s, maybe in the 20s, maybe in the 30s. Doesn't matter what you have. Okay, so as I was saying that some of us have many affirmations, many desires. And there's nothing wrong with, some of you trying to get married, some of you are trying to buy a home, others are trying to buy that next car they like to have, and other things going on around us. And as you know, everything is moving. Things continue to move. Things don't stop. Things don't stop at one pace. And we are in a situation where, as I explained to you in the room, that we may be hitting a 2.5% rate increase. Well, not 2.5% exactly, but about 1.25% and possibly more. We may hit rate hikes of 1.25% in the near future. But irrespective of that, what is it that we want and how do we achieve it? And this is what I'm going to give you as a straightforward technique. This is a technique that you're going to employ. Now, I know you may have several techniques that you're working on, several things. Finance, job, business, other things going on in your family. That's okay. So here is a technique. I'll go straight to the heart of the matter. Take one technique, just one affirmation. I want you to take one technique, one affirmation, and let me give you one affirmation. I'll give you two examples. Example number one. You take a word, I am highly favored, as an affirmation. I am highly favored. And some of you, because you may be like, I don't know what to do, I'm not sure which one to go for, so just take one. Like some of you may decide that I'm going to take the word I'm highly favored, and you put that into a recording. You can record it on your phone in a recorder. Recorders comes free with the phone, Android phones. You may want to maybe record it in Audacity, if you have Audacity on your laptop, on your Mac, and then you just record that one affirmation. I am highly favored. Okay? Now, once you record it, you are going to save that. You're going to import that into your phone, and you're going to loop that. You're going to put it in your little player, Jet Plus Audio, or some other player on your phone. And there is a facility to just rerun the same recording in a playlist over and over again. And what I want you to do is sleep with it. Go to bed with that every night for the next 28 days. Okay? 28 days. And then stop and then see the results. That's one affirmation, okay? The second one I want you to do is this. Because money is always very how do I say it? It's there's no amount of money that you can put on how much you want. It's very difficult to put an estimate. Some people might say, I'd like to have $1 million, but then $1 million can be spent on a home, a car, and other expenditure that you need. And $1 million will just kind of go these days. If you went out to get a $500,000 house, pay taxes on it, buy yourself a car, and by the time you finish, you may only have $200,000 or $250,000 left. So I'm not advising you to go out and buy a $500,000 house. I'm just giving an example of how $1 million could be spent very quickly. But here is I don't want you to talk about 1 million. I don't want you to talk about 2 million. I don't want you to talk about 5 million. What do I want you to do? I want you to write one affirmation, and I want you to record it. And this is the affirmation I'm giving you today. And the affirmation is as follows. I have so much money, I never have to work again. Let me repeat it. I have so much money, I never have to work again. Okay, that is one affirmation. That's one affirmation, and that affirmation you're going to record into your recorder. Again, the same principle, record it into your recorder, and you play it back to yourself every night. And the minimum is 14 days. Every night, religiously, you play it for 14 days. And it's kind of part of the technique in which you are saturating your brain with what you're desiring. And I would encourage you to play it between 14 to 28 days max. 28 days. After 28 days, you stop. Okay? 28 days of playing this technique, you stop. And then you can give yourself a rest of maybe 2 weeks, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, and see where you are. Okay? Just one affirmation. See where you are at that point. See how your life is evolving. And because things will start to happen, things will start to move and shake, and you will know where you are. And then you may want to do this on another affirmation. So pick your own affirmation this time. Pick your own and put it in. Put it in and do the same again. But this time you run it for 28 days to do the same thing again. But this time it will be by what you want. Now, different people are differently programmed. In other words, different people are at different levels of how they receive something. Some receive it faster, some receive it slower. So it depends where you are, and it's not the same for everybody. I cannot say that, hey, if one person got it in a week, then another person will get it in 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, or 4 weeks. Everybody's different. 5 fingers of the hand are not the same. So you will each experience your results. You will get your results. Know this. You will get your results, but each person will experience a result differently. In other words, one person may get it after a week. One person may take 4 weeks, and another person may take 6 weeks. It is different for each individual. So individually is different. However, you all have the ability to all receive the result. So you need to focus on the result, but focus with attaining it. Don't be disheartened by what's going on around you. Don't focus too much on the media or what's going on. Just try to break away from the media and focus on yourself. Try to at least every day, I want to encourage you to every day in the morning when you get up, is to sit down and do the midbrain meditation that I gave you. If you don't have it, ask for it. You must do the midbrain meditation to activate your midbrain. And then after that, you're ready for your affirmation. Okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to close the message. Have a wonderful Sabbath and a wonderful life ahead. Chadasha.